Today's video is actually one that I shot 2 years ago, in October of 2018, in Seoul, South Korea. I was there for 1 day on a layover on my way home from Vietnam. You might remember this trip. It was right after summer tour wrapped up in Yokosuka in Japan. From there, I went to Hong Kong to see Above and Beyond for ABGT 300. From Hong Kong, I went with my friends to Vietnam, shot a couple videos there, and then on the way home from Vietnam, I had a long layover in South Korea. I went out, spent the day filming a video, and the video was actually about the Pokestop nomination system, because back then it had just been released in beta for Korea and Brazil. So this was like a really great opportunity to show what it was like to nominate a Pokestop. Unfortunately, for various reasons, when I got home from this trip, things were super hectic for me, and the video just sort of never got edited. And now here we are, 6 months deep into worldwide lockdown, and I really miss traveling. So I pulled out the archives and edited 2-year-old travel footage. Now in the video, I'll go through the process of nominating a Pokestop, and it's kind of built around that idea, and for the most part, the nomination system is pretty much the same. There's a few things that look a little bit different, but this information is still relevant if you are considering nominating Pokestops, which is available for Pokemon Go players worldwide. So whether you're thinking about nominating Pokestops or you just miss traveling like I do, stick around, enjoy the video. Good morning from Seoul, South Korea. I have my first Pokemon to catch here. I took a flight with a long layover here in Korea, 22-hour layover. So I got in last night around 11, pretty much just went straight to sleep, and now I have most of the day today to get out, explore the city a little bit. So a little bit of a travel hack, you know, find flights with long layovers. You get 1 day to explore a city, get a taste for it. And I'm sure at the end of this day, I'll be wanting to come back to Korea very soon. I was really hoping this Chikorita would cooperate, and I would have had it caught by now so we could move on to the next thing I wanted to talk about. All right, Chikorita, I get it. I'll try a little harder. Thank you. Chikorita, first Pokemon I've caught here in Korea, so its name is Chikorita. Clever, right? But the reason I chose to stop here in Korea on my way back is not just because I love Korean food. It's because the Pokestop nomination beta is live here in Korea and in Brazil. So you can see it here in the settings menu, player nominations, new Pokestop. You have 7 nominations. New nominations may be available in 14 days. We're gonna check out Seoul today. We're gonna check out the Pokestop nomination system today. And we're gonna eat a lot of Korean food today. Coffee first, though. Korean barbecue, which is probably the most popular Korean food in America. As far as like how authentically Korean it is, I'm not entirely sure. Also, I don't know if it's actually open. It's supposed to open a minute ago, but we're just hanging out outside. So if you look around, there are actually a ton of Pokestops here in this area, and then not as much this way. I'm not sure what kind of park or something that is. But the reason that the Pokestop nomination system is active here and in Brazil is because they have the highest number of players compared to Pokestops. Their ratio of players to Pokestops is the most imbalanced of any country with active Pokemon Go players. So I'm gonna go ahead and just to check it out, we're gonna hit new Pokestop and learn about it. Well, it doesn't look like they're opening, so. A Pokestop is an in-game location that encourages trainers to go outside, discover new places, and connect with people in the community. Pokestops usually contain some kind of civic, educational, or artistic value, whether it's a cool piece of art or a hidden gem that only the locals know. Submit a name, description, and photo of the location you've selected. Your nominated Pokestop will then be reviewed by other Niantic players, so please be thorough and accurate. Pokestops should have educational and cultural value, and their locations should be safe and accessible to pedestrians. Avoid nominating locations at private residences, locations that are seasonal or non-permanent, or locations that could interfere with emergency service vehicles. Just common sense, really. Oh wow, this is actually the system. So we're not going to do this yet, but this is what it looks like. It shows you the map of your current area, it shows you the Pokestops that are there, and then you can place your nominated Pokestop. We're not going to do that just yet because I don't have a Pokestop nominated or Pokestop to nominate. And the issue with that is that I don't really know much about the culture and history of the art and anything here in Korea. So I might have to do a little bit of research to submit one meaningful Pokestop. Wish me luck.
Help! Please, I'm hungry.
Alright, I'll be honest, if you're in a rush, Korean barbecue is not the right food. That takes way too long. What is going on here? I think the hardest part of all this is the fact that I'm in Seoul, the capital of Korea, and just out of range of the raid. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Yeah, there's a couple people. Am I in? We're good. The fact that I'm in the capital, it's the biggest city in South Korea. It's the fourth biggest metropolitan economy in the world. It's a populated place. There are a lot of people playing. Obviously, this lobby filled up. And like I said, the reason that this beta is active in South Korea is because it has the highest number of players to Pokestops. I don't think that issue really applies here in the capital because, as you've seen, there are Pokestops everywhere. It's going to be hard for me to find a landmark that isn't already a Pokestop that hasn't already been submitted. This nomination system has been active for a while now, at least a couple weeks. Chances are every monument that isn't already a Pokestop has probably been nominated by someone who lives here in Korea. But I really do at least just want to go through the process and show how it works. And just a reminder, this is a beta. Chances are things are going to change. It might not work exactly like this as it rolls out to more countries, more players. And honestly, the way Niantic worded it, it sounds like it might not ever roll out to other countries or players. The language that they chose when talking about it makes it seem like nothing's really guaranteed. Obviously, at some point, I mean, maybe it's not that obvious, but at some point, everyone should be able to submit new Pokestops. How that rollout is going to work and how long it's going to take is completely up in the air at this point. Now, let's see how quickly this goes down. Show me something good. My first and maybe only Korean Mewtwo, 2214, ouch. And only 8 balls. I miss my friends. There we go. Oh, critical. That makes things easy. That's probably already a Pokestop. So my friends have left now. They had an earlier flight than I did. I have about 2 more hours here. And I feel like I've hatched nothing but Spiel from my last 5 eggs. Oh, here we go. Another Spiel. It's... oh, not a Spiel. Oh, more. Why did I put so many in at the same time? Ah, all right. Yes. Couple Holding Bell is a Pokestop. So now that I'm on my own, I'm kind of free to wander as I like. I'm gonna head up towards, you can kind of see some green over there. There's a temple, a park, a folk village, and we'll go look around. I mean, this entire area actually is completely devoid of Pokestops, but looks pretty regular, residential. I don't know, not much going on over there. Maybe we'll walk through there on the way back, but it's probably going to be easier for me to find something of cultural significance near the temple. So now that I'm actually here in the folk village, actually, the first thing I'm going to do is look around and see what's already a Pokestop, what's already been marked as a landmark. For some reason, this center square here just isn't loading. I've reloaded my game like 3 times and it just doesn't show up, so I don't know if that's intentional. If there are certain features like military bases won't load on the Pokemon Go map, so maybe there's something here that someone asked to have removed from the map. Regardless, first things first, let's take a look at the Pokestops, which are in Korean. So I'm gonna have to sit here and wait for the pictures to load so I can actually tell what they are. So this is the main entrance gate. I should put a lucky egg on. These are all new Pokestops. Lucky egg, new Pokestops. We have a Pokestop for the main entrance gate. Do I recognize these characters anywhere? Namsangol Traditional Garden. Yes, this is the map that I was just looking at. Up this way, there's a gym, which is the Korean stage. So not all the Pokestops are in Korean. There are some in English. To this side, that is a rock? Tree root? Petrified tree roots? I don't know. I'll recognize it when I get over there. Let me just squeeze some shiny checks in real quick. Drowsy? No. We also have across this way, that's not the rock. That is the small door. Those are Chinese or Japanese kanji characters that I actually recognize. So I'm expecting a small door, gate, picture. Nailed it. So that's 3 languages now that we've seen Pokestops here. Korean, English, and Chinese or Japanese. All about Korea in a glance. Another English Pokestop. Okay. And that's about it for this area. It looks like there's a lot going on here in the actual folk village, the buildings and stuff that isn't marked as Pokestops, so I might actually be able to submit something new, something that doesn't exist as of yet. Also catch 5 Abra Drowsy. Here we go. That might be an issue. Closed on Mondays. The only day that I'm here. I kind of want to say, based on the map and the fact that there are no Pokestops in the actual village, which is closed, I'm guessing that maybe there were at one point and they've since been removed, that maybe someone asked to have them all removed because they didn't want people playing Pokemon Go in there. So I'm just going to go for a walk in the garden instead. Already a Pokestop. Time capsule buried here and probably already time capsule for Millennium of Seoul in 2394. I'll check back 400 years from now to see how that dig up goes. Excavation? There's a word for it. think I found it. I think I found my contribution here. Street Museum. There's an English description, so I know what it is. As a non-profit exhibition space, Street Museum has been making a contribution, keeping themselves as a cultural space in South Korea. As an art gallery that does not feel intimidating, Street Museum has been pleasing everyone who visits the location with beautiful thoughts and ideas that artists describe in their paintings, installations, and media arts, as well as design-winning award pieces. Is there some secret only locals know behind it? Anyway, it's a little museum out here with rotating exhibits. Right now it's this one. Oh, there it goes. But it seems fairly new. There's no Pokestop for it yet. It's definitely something I can submit. It's spaced pretty well. I think it's far enough from other Pokestops. I would have to check the S2 cells to see if it's definitely far enough from this one, but I think that's plenty of space. All right, let's try it. Let's see how this works. Just gonna pop a squat right here outside the Street Museum and see what we need to do. How is this process gonna go? We've read through this. This is definitely holds some kind of educational or artistic value. And we have to submit a name, a description, and photo. We can definitely do that. Let's choose a location. Make sure this is the right, I think this is the right spot. Check based on the footpaths around here. It's just a little bit off the path, right there. We'll hit confirm. Okay, take a Pokestop photo. A great Pokestop photo disc is high quality, clear, compelling, and descriptive. The photo should show the location clearly, be in focus, free of visual obstructions, people, and animals. You must take the photo yourself. It seems like it kind of forces you into a square crop and you can't actually move it. So I've positioned it so that it's basically centered after the crop. That looks like a legit Pokestop photo, right? Next, submit an additional photo of the area surrounding your nomination. This will help reviewers determine whether the Pokestop location is safe and there's enough space for trainers to play. Okay, the area surrounding. So I guess back up a little, up the path. Let's try that. Is that good enough? Okay. Yeah. Describe the location. Back to the board. Write a concise title and detailed description of your nominated Pokestop. Title should be an official name when possible. Street Museum. The description should include the history, cultural significance, or educational value of your location. Write the title and description yourself, and please do not copy from other resources. No plagiarism. The title is Street Museum. Pokestop description. I'm going to do a little bit more research online to find out more than what's just written here, so I can provide an even better description. Definitely the same symbol and the exact same, not the exact same, but a very similar description to what's here on the board. Nonprofit exhibition space located in and nearby Namsangol Hanok Village. There are a total of 8 street museums so far. Okay, so I need to be a little more specific with the title. Corner. Well. Connect? That looks like this one. I'm not sure if that's Connect or Alley. Okay, translate, don't fail me on this one. I'm gonna need your help. The alleyway where you can admire the works as you play the treasure hunt in the alley where you are running is an exciting new experience for visitors. The wall and ceiling are designed at different angles to give visual pleasure and invigorate innocent and pure sensibility. So this is definitely alley. We can at least narrow down the title with that and maybe talk a little bit about the design of the building. How's that? It's kind of long-winded, but I tend to be long-winded. One of 8 street museum exhibition spaces located at Namsangol Hanok Village, the alley spaces, ceiling and walls are designed with different angles and host rotating art exhibitions. Sounds good to me. Preview. Alley Street Museum. Good picture. The location is correct. Let's confirm. Show why your nomination is important. All right. Explain why you believe your Pokestop nomination is important and what trainers will see there. Effectively communicating these points will help reviewers evaluate your nomination and understand its value. Okay, so maybe I didn't need to be so long-winded with the description. I can be long-winded here. This is information for the people that are actually reviewing these submissions. So, this is a pitch. We are writing a persuasive essay now. Let's see if I can find some inspiration for my essay here inside the actual street museum. All right, we did it. Submission complete. Mission complete. This camera died in the process, but the argument, or the description I went with, was that these spaces make art accessible to everyone, including those who may not ever find themselves in an art museum naturally. I think that's one good thing about this type of space, street art especially. It puts it out there for everyone, even people who aren't actively looking for art. Someone might stumble into this space and go, oh, this is actually really interesting. Whereas if this were in a museum, it's something they probably never would have seen. So that's it. And with that, it's, can't see the time on my phone right now. I've got a little bit of time left, no battery. Been traveling for the last 24 hours and haven't had much time to charge. So, just take a quick stroll around Seoul, maybe grab some lunch, and then head to the airport. All right, I opted for the quick shower instead. I'm gonna head to the airport now. Quick hotel room tour. This is a $50 a night hotel room in Seoul, South Korea. Not bad for 50 bucks. Okay, but now, airport, and then I can eat there. I just want to make sure I don't miss this flight because I've been away from home long enough. One last airport meal. Maybe my favorite Korean dish, bibimbap. Bye, Asia. I'm going home. And now, 2 years later, I finally made it home and edited this footage. I'm actually a little bit disappointed to say that my Pokestop submission was not accepted. And I thought I did a great job of describing it, of finding something that was relevant, that met all the criteria. Unfortunately, it doesn't even tell me why it wasn't accepted, it just says not accepted. So kind of a bummer that I didn't actually get to contribute anything to the South Korean Pokemon Go scene. But in the last couple years, I'm sure there are plenty of new Pokestops in South Korea, as well as worldwide. I mean, here in Long Beach alone, there are tons of new Pokestops that I haven't even spun yet because I really haven't been leaving my apartment for the last 6 months. So let me know down in the comments, have you submitted Pokestops? Have you been reviewing Pokestops on Wayfair? Of course, check out some of the videos that are linked in the description for more info on how Wayfair works. And yeah, I miss traveling. I wish I had more old footage that I could edit. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget Community Day. This Sunday, I'll be live on Twitch, another 6-hour Community Day DJ set. It's Porygon, so you know I'm playing techno, and probably house, and maybe some trance, but it'll be fun. Come through. Twitch, all day Community Day, 6-hour DJ set. I'll see you there.